Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world. Not to be confused with the later Hammer film of the same title, Prehistoric Women sets out its historical credentials from the first.
Not so very long ago, an explorer in a wild tropic jungle found evidence which told this story.
It's vitally important to remember that this story is based on archaeological evidence. This really happened.
He is fascinated by the wonder of the first torch.
Now, when you set your film in prehistoric times, you have three choices. You can have them speak English, as in Teenage Caveman.
No one wants to take the risks that a better life demands. Every woman points to a man other than her own to do the dying.
And there's nothing wrong with that. When we see films set in ancient Rome, we don't expect them to speak Latin. You can have them speak their own language, as in 1 million years BC. And just leave it to audience interpretation, like a silent film. Or you can have narration.
This is Tigre. You've met her before.
And that's fine, unless you're narrating things we can clearly see.
Suddenly, Odd falls unconscious.
Or narrating things we should have seen.
Waddy has successfully captured 2 of the women and is carrying them off.
You didn't want to see that, did you? It was all action.
Knocked to the ground, the infuriated, desperate Tana throws a rock at the leader, felling him.
Narration can be inadvertently amusing.
But has been mortally hurt and dies with Waddy's name on her lips.
Waddy. Waddy.
Or just plain baffling.
Strangely enough, the swan dive was invented before the swan.
The swan was invented a year later when someone decided to create a luxury goose.
Felix?
It's unnecessary. This is not a complicated story. A tribe of women are looking for men.
And the next morning, the 6 determined women set forth on their mission, accompanied by one of their panthers.
There is a reason for there being no men in their tribe, involving a monster called Waddy.
Savage, merciless, possessed of Herculean strength.
And a nasty cough. The women find men hunting.
They're hunting food for their cave-dwelling tribe.
This tiger will make a great meal. Suddenly,
Engor and his tribesmen are amazed to see that they've been attacked by members of the weaker sex.
you're watching a movie from the 1950s.
It seems that women were women in those days, too.
And narrators were condescending. There'll be a cat fight next. For a while, the women are on top.
Tigre shakes her head at the stupidity of men.
Hands up who thinks this situation is going to continue.
Time is running out for the male captives.
Are they going to be sacrificed?
The women pick up their clubs and demonstrate that in their homes they will be the master.
Worse, they're going to be henpecked.
And the women dance as Engor and the men look on with mixed emotions.
I mean, they're fit, but we can't have them running things.
And so the tables are turned.
The men are back in charge.
And civilization progresses another step.
Now, I'm being a little hard here. The ending definitely suggests that all women are better off married, but it doesn't overtly reinforce male dominance.
The once proud, fiery leader of the tribe meekly obeys.
I mean, it's not brilliant, but nor is it Queen of Outer Space.
The dominant male is happy and contented. Women wait on him as though he were a king.
But even putting aside its stereotypical view of women and rubbish storytelling,
A handsome male captive makes his appearance, and suddenly there's trouble.
the film has issues of its own, not least that insistence on historical validity.
This is Towell.
She's just been to the hairdressers. Archaeologists tell us that even the most primitive of cave dwellers would have had access to a rudimentary salon. And of course, male grooming is important too.
The men sit idly while Weibig, who seems to have a fetish for being clean-shaven, is scraping his cheek with a sharp-edged stone.
Weibig also has a fetish for his cheeks being raw and bloody. Then there's the elephant chase. Anybody else hear the Benny Hill music? And it's not just speeded elephants that threaten these people.
Suddenly, a tremendous black shadow sweeps over the camp. It is Korax, the flying dragon, the scourge of the skies.
That's a pelican, and I think you'll be fine as long as you can stay on your feet. It was all going so well.
The eternal battle for supremacy between woman and man was solved not through the clout and the club, but through romance.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, click here. And for behind-the-scenes footage, extra features and all manner of other stuff, join us on Patreon here. This is a film that really didn't need the narration that it's got, but are there any films that are so massively confusing you think they actually require narration that they don't have? Let us know in the comments below.